Hello, colleagues. So we're Genify.ai, as Melissa mentioned, and we're going to delve right into the problem. So we already know that the household savings rate in Saudi Arabia has been decreasing consistently for the past 11 years, from approximately 25% to a low of approximately 2%. And this contrasts with some of the more positive metrics that we're seeing in the kingdom, such as high activity levels when it comes to social media, high penetration rate of smartphones, a very young population that is digitally savvy typically. So we're aiming to try to mix and match these favorable, if you want, metrics within the kingdom with a less positive metric of the savings rate and try to tackle problems such as the poor savings patterns by Generation Z and the millennials. So this is why we decided to develop what we call a social savings app, which basically ties an individual's social media activity with their financial activity. So in that case, with BSF's application. And you might wonder what do we mean specifically by that. So I just wanted to showcase some prototypes that we developed on Figma. So as you can see here on the landing page, we see that Muhammad has saved a bit of money, and from this money, he earned a few social savings points, so in that case, 1,500. And he has set an automated savings rule whereby every activity that he performs on Facebook helps him save a bit of money and then earn additional points here on the side. And he can do that with other platforms such as Twitter, for example. In addition, the referring friends option can allow him to add some individuals into his own network and then earn additional points. And of course, he can compare his performances in terms of savings and in terms of earning those social savings points via the community and new view. Now, what would be the point of earning those points? The more points an individual would earn, the more he or she can unlock the rewards. So let's say a 1-year Netflix subscription in that specific case. So he or she can redeem the points in order to get that 1-year Netflix subscription. And we also have to note that this social savings app, which might be standalone or embedded within the BSF application, allows the individual to receive direct notification on platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Now, for the team, I have my colleague Alex.
Sure. Hey guys, this is Alex speaking. I'm the other co-founding half of Genify. I'd like to share a bit on our experience working with banks. So collectively, we've served 5 different banks. We've among them some of the biggest ones globally, including ING and Barclays. Georgie also worked with several ministries in the UAE, and that makes us confident that we're the right team to deliver this solution to market with Afransi. Now, I'd like to take you through some specific elements of our business model canvas. It's very dense, but for the sake of time, the segment we target is the young professionals from 22 to 34, digital savvy with an extensive social media life. And the main value proposition for them is that we help them save effortlessly through an immersive experience through their social media life. In terms of channels, we're present on both the Afransi mobile app, but also various platforms, social media platforms. For the growth of the user base, we rely on a referrals program through social media messages directly. And last thing to mention is the impact. And we know that, for example, when savings are automated, from looking at other similar solutions in other countries, the growth, the increase in the deposits is between 3 and 5%. Well, that applies when there's already some savings. In the case where they're very, very low, of course, the increase is much higher. Now let's move on to the tech aspect of things. So we, Genify, take care of the connection to various social media platforms via their native APIs, whereby we request the logins from the users. On the bank side, we require read access to the account balance, write access to make transfers to the savings account, ideally on a dedicated account. And finally, we also operate the AI engine that takes care of recommending relevant rewards to our users. And we do that based on 2 sources, the social media data and also the banking transaction data.
So in terms of the timeline and future roadmap, it's pretty straightforward. So for September or October, we aim to develop a prototype with one platform, one of the social media platforms. And then in October, we would have designed the entire tier structure, the point system, the rewards on offer, etc.,